All
Satanicat.
Satanicat.
I have cat fur in my face. Hey, it's Sue.
And Megan in the restricted section.
Today we're doing a review, which we haven't done in a while together.
It's been a
I don't
minute.
think.
Yeah.
But we're finally reviewing Watership Down.
It took us both forever to read this.
This is for you, Metal Shawn.
Yes, and now you can have your book back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're drinking some Zombie Monkie
Post-apocalyptic porter.
from Tallgrass Brewing.
And I love Tallgrass Brewing.
I've had this before, but it's been a long time. I like that a lot.
That's quite good.
That's a good porter.
That's a very good porter.
All right. So Watership
Yum.
Down.
Watership Down.
In case you don't know, I think most people know, but it's about these rabbits who leave their homeland and go on a journey to find sort of a promised land of sorts to start their own warren.
Yes. One of the rabbits can see the future.
Yes.
And he predicts some mayhem, so...
Yeah, he predicts that they're in danger, but the chief rabbit's like,
Fuck it.
get out of my face,
Yup.
peasant. And so...
So they're like,
and
all
so
right,
they
peace.
form a little rebel band and leave and go through a lot of danger and...
Trials and tribulations.
Yes.
Fuckery.
Fuckery, if you
Harrowing fuckery, if you will.
I think that's how they build it.
I think so. I think
Harrowing fuckery.
it's not on this cover of the book, but I think it was on others. Other covers.
It's sort of a children's book. It didn't read like a children's book to me.
No, not to me either.
I mean, it's about rabbits, so that's a little childlike, but...
Yeah.
I
didn't
don't see...
read-
Which I know a lot of people said that they did read this as a kid and liked it, but I'm like, I don't know how this keeps a kid's attention very well.
It didn't keep my attention very well.
I mean, it was good.
It was very good. Yeah, I gave
But
it
it's
4 out of 5
slow.
stars, but it's very slow.
Yeah.
It's not a compelling page turner.
No, not really. I mean, there's parts.
Yeah, there were parts of it that I was like, ooh, and like flipped through really fast, but...
Yeah, but this book deals heavily with like politics and religion, which is interesting. Yeah, because they come across other warrens that sort of represent other types of government. Bad types of government.
Yeah, unfavorable types of government.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's really interesting to see. I really loved the first warren they came to on with the big fat rabbits.
Oh, the really healthy ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if we should give spoilers. Does anybody not know about Watership Down? I don't know.
We may or may not give spoilers. I can't tell you. I don't know. So
Yeah. But they come to the first warren they come across is unusually friendly, for one. And also the rabbits are like huge and healthy, and they're like, this is great.
Cool.
This is going to be a great place. We could live here.
There's like lots of room in the warren.
Yeah, it's like a huge, amazing warren, and then Fiverr, the one who has premonitions, is like, this is bad,
Hey,
we shouldn't be here, but for some reason they don't listen to him,
even though
he's always
the
right.
whole reason why they're even out and about in the first place, but whatever.
And so, which I mean, they've gone through some hardships at this point already, so they're tired, and they're like, let's just stay here. It's great.
Let's just chill. It's awesome.
Not so great, turns out. Which I really liked that part because you knew that it was, like, something was up. Like, you knew something was up and something was going to happen. And I kind of knew, I figured out, like, you know sort of what's going to happen too, but it's still, like, you sort of get
Still,
that, suspense, like, a little bit, and anticipation of, like, when's it gonna go wrong?
What's gonna happen? I liked a part, it was toward the end, and it was when they convinced some female rabbits to come back to their warren and like helped them escape from like a really militant, controlling warren. And a group of rabbits from that warren comes to retrieve their females. Hazel goes out and he's like, hey, we could all live peacefully together. We could set up a warren in between our two warrens. You know, we could each contribute rabbits to this. And then the other...
This dictator. Yeah. He's like, it's a
dictatorship.
Yeah.
It's like, so... Hazel offers the opportunity for the two warrens to live, like, peacefully and coexist or whatever. And it says, at that moment, in the sunset on Watership Down, there was offered to General Woundwort the opportunity to show whether he was really the leader of vision and genius which he believed himself to be, or whether he was no more than a tyrant with the courage and cunning of a pirate. And obviously the latter one.
Right.
So...
Yeah.
But I really liked that
yeah.
line. I like that a lot.
And this book was it was really brilliantly written, I thought. And so interesting for it to be considered a children's book, I think, when it does delve into politics and religion, because they do go into their, like, rabbit religion a lot. And they have this figure, Elirira, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We haven't seen I know there's a cartoon from the 70s, I think, that's really popular of this. We haven't seen any of that. This was, like, our first introduction to Watership Down. I mean, I'd obviously heard of it, but, you know, we hadn't seen any of the cartoons or any. I believe they're making a new one for Netflix.
That's what I've heard.
But I really liked them talking about, because I feel like Elirira was like maybe sort of a Jesus figure to them in a way, but he was like a trickster too.
He was really like mischievous and cunning.
But there was this other figure who was more like a god, I think, but he wasn't really a favorable
Prince
god.
Rainbow or something.
Yeah.
But no, he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, and Elirira, I hope I'm saying it right, or I just sound like an idiot.
We're just winging it.
But he was always like tricking him and getting stuff for his people.
Right. Like, he was a very, like, he was kind of a trickster little shit to Prince Rainbow, but he was definitely looking out for the good of his people.
Right.
Like, even in that story where he went to, like, give himself to the Black Rabbit or whatever, he was doing, like, he was sacrificing himself for his people.
Yeah, so I found those really interesting, too, to hear about their little rabbit religion.
Yeah, that was
and that was interesting too, with one of the things at the first warren they come to, where with the fat happy rabbits, happy
seeming.
That was one of the things I think that seemed sinister, was like
they didn't really do that. Like, they didn't really buy into the rabbit religion anymore. They just thought of it as like stories and
which makes sense when you find out what was going on there.
Yeah.
And that was also, didn't you say that was the part that made you cry?
I almost cried because I thought one of these rabbits was going to die, and I got real distraught.
And everyone told me before we read this that this would, like, destroy this would traumatize children or something, but maybe the cartoon's different, but the book was not very traumatizing.
No,
I don't think. I mean, there was that moment that was kind of graphic, the way they described it.
It was pretty graphic, and I love animals, like, a whole lot, and so I was really concerned. But, no, overall I wouldn't say it was traumatizing.
No. My favorite character was Bigwig.
Yeah?
I loved Bigwig. I don't know why. He just was sort of like the muscle to begin with, I think, you know? And then he forms that relationship with the bird. What's the bird's name?
Oh, shoot.
So, Bigwig forms this friendship with this bird who's some sort of gull, I think, maybe?
Yeah,
or it's some sort of ocean bird, because he's, like, on his way to the ocean.
Right.
And Bigwig and he become friends, and the bird's name is Kihar. We just found that, but anyway,
we just
might as well use it since we just looked at that. And Kihar helps them out with procuring some does as well. But I don't know, I just really loved their little friendship there, and I thought it was cute that, like, Bigwig, who was like the muscle, was the one that, like, befriended this bird. And also, in the end, he shows that he's more than just muscle. I mean, he pulls off a pretty daring
ruse.
Yeah, undercover
operation, sting operation.
Yeah, and you know, you gotta be smart to do that too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, he was super clever.
Yeah. So, I don't know, I just loved Bigwig.
That's awesome.
Really loved him.
I think my favorite character was Fiverr.
I liked him too, but at times he could be obnoxious, I thought.
Yeah, he was obnoxious sometimes, but I just liked, he was weird and, like, wise, and I liked the whole, like, he had premonitions.
They all would have died if it wasn't for him,
Fiverr,
really.
Yeah. But no, I liked Fiverr.
I liked Hazel a lot too. There were
me
times...
too.
There were moments when I thought, is this going to go wrong? And Hazel's going to, the power's going to go to his head and all that. Like, especially when he went to go get the does
At the farm. I was like, God damn it, Hazel.
Yeah.
Get your shit
And
together.
he almost thinks shit went bad.
Yeah. Get your head out of your ass. Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I really liked Hazel too. The only thing that bothered me in the book was that there's no females.
Bitches up in this piece.
All the rabbits that go on this journey are all males. And I remember thinking, like, halfway through the book, I'm thinking, like, how are they going to build a warren? They don't have any women to reproduce.
And
then they get there.
Yeah.
And they actually say, like, the author says at some point in the book, like, rabbits don't think of females as, like, companions like humans do. They're just for
digging
reproduction.
and fucking.
For digging and screwing, basically. So.
Right.
So that kind of bothered me, but it's like, I mean, he does say,
I guess he gives you
explain
that
it,
disclaimer.
I guess, but still, like, you could have thrown some female rabbits in there. But then I guess it would have, because, I mean, the whole plot point at the end was that they're trying to get does.
But you're anthropomorphizing rabbits, so I don't feel like anything is really out of the realm of possibility here. So maybe these rabbits dig chicks and they respect them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they didn't even think about them until it was time to breed and they got horny basically. And then they were like,
we need some bitches and does up in here. Yeah, so that did kind of bother me. And there was one female rabbit that was
pretty badass.
Yeah, she was a badass, I thought, who helped with escaping from this dictatorship that they were trapped in. But other than that,
very minimal, like...
There were no...
Yeah. No strong female buddies.
At all. Yeah, so that was my only big complaint about the book. And just that it was a slow book.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very good. And it did pick up at the end. Like, at the end I was like, ooh, I gotta know what happens.
Yeah.
But, like...
But it was slow. I mean, it took me well over a month to read it. And if I hadn't, because I finished it when I had my back injury and was laid up in bed, if I hadn't had that going on, it might have been longer.
I started this in June and finished it in August.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time to read. It was just a slow burn, and I had other things that were more compelling that I wanted to read, and so those seemed more appealing to me than, finishing this up did. And so I eventually put myself on restriction and said I couldn't start a new book until I finished this one. And that's what did it.
But it was really a good book, though, so I'm glad I read it, and I'm glad I finished it.
Yeah, same.
And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm so reluctant to DNF books, is because there have been so many slow books like this one, and like Dune, that I'm like, if I had been one of those people that DNFs a book after 100 pages, I might not have finished this, but I really liked it.
Yeah, same. Like, I was really glad for the experience of reading it. I did really like it, so... Yeah, if I had DNF'd it, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah. So, do we have anything else to say about it?
I don't think so. I think I gave this 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, too. We read this at request of our friend Shawn, who loves Watership Down. Yes. So, thanks, Shawn, for giving us a request, and we hope you enjoy this review. Yeah.
So Shawn, we hope you like this video, and thank you for recommending this to us, because we both really liked it.
Cheers to Metal Shawn. Cheers
to Metal Shawn.
And our mini metal nights. That's where I am when I'm having metal nights, if you ever see me post about that on Twitter or whatever. I'm at Shawn's house, listening to metal and drinking beer.
I should make an appearance there soon.
Yeah. This beer is still delicious. I really like it.
I do too.
This is a really good porter.
Well, I really like Tallgrass, because Tallgrass does the Buffalo Sweat beers too.
A relentlessly tasty beer inspired by approximately true events, it says.
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah, and there's a cool Zombie Monkie.
Which would be fucking terrifying. I wonder if Zombie Monkeys still throw poop.
Oh, God.
They probably throw brains.
Yeah, their own brains.
Or whatever brains they find. I don't think they're picky.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zombie anything would be terrifying.
Oh, God.
Well, it's like in that Apocalypse Cow, every mammal is a zombie.
Fuck.
So, like, mice.
I can't even.
And, yeah. All kinds of small vermin.
No. In the D&D campaign that we're playing right now, nerd alert, we had to fight a bunch of undead, and I am terrified of zombies. So the whole time I was like, kill it.
I'm terrified of robots.
And aliens.
And aliens. But, like, everyone says in Doctor Who that the... Nerd alert. Everyone says in Doctor Who that the weeping angels are the scariest things. No,
Daleks?
the Cybermen.
Oh,
the
Cybermen.
Cybermen are fucking terrifying to me. Because they don't kill you. They make you one of them. Like, the weeping angels just send you back in time. Like...
I'm gonna find you.
Robots really freak me out.
Yeah.
I was at Universal Studios and they had Transformers.
Oh, fuck.
Like, walking and dancing around, and I was like,
For me, yeah, it's just zombies.
I was having flashbacks to that episode of The Simpsons where they're at Itchy and Scratchy Land and all the robots turn evil.
Oh, God.
Wrap
Anywho,
this shit up.
Let's close it out.
We tend to start rambling at the end of our videos anymore and just...
We get rambly at the end.
Yeah, but Watership Down, would recommend.
Yes. 10 out of 10.
Zombie Monkey, would recommend.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
So,
yes.
That's our conclusion.
Yes.
So thank you everyone for watching.
As per usual, we will post some links down below where you can find us elsewhere on social media.
And if you have not subscribed, then please do so.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.